this special as much as I can. So, Carrie, I know it's only been a few months, but I felt like I've known you all my life. And I really feel we can work towards something very special. And I know I'm not the perfect man, but I hope that you give me time to be the perfect man for you. So if you do me the honor of marrying me.
Boy, get your broke ass up. We need to go.
Wait. Hold on. What do you mean? What do you mean? No.
Not in front of everybody.
You want to do this right now in front of everybody. Why don't you want to marry me?
Because I'm tired of, no, you're broke.
I make this stuff up, man. You know, like there are men out here that are gonna disagree with me. There's men out here that are gonna know how this world really works. That are gonna agree. But at the end of the day, man, you know what? Number one, you should not be marrying a woman you just met. That's the first thing, man. There are so many simps out here that get with these women and they fall in love in 2 days, homie. You know, fell in love in a week, in 2 weeks. You do not know this woman. You don't know anything about her. You don't know shit, homie. In 2 months, you really don't. You know, and I can assume this video is scripted, but the reason I'm making this, I know there's some men out here that really need to understand this. You know, number one, that's the first thing. Number two, you know, I get this question all the time. Al, you know, I'm broke. What should I do? Should I go after women? Should I chase them? No. You should not be chasing women. You should not be going after women when you are broke as a joke, homie. Does that mean that money is everything? No, it is not. But I'm telling you right now, man, from man to man, if you do not have it, if you don't have money, if you don't have a car, if you don't have the things you need, it's only gonna make things worse. The right woman, if you have a woman in your life right now, let's just say this, that is constantly pushing you to be better and trying to get you to improve, and you've been with her for a while, of course stay with her. But I'm saying for the men out here that are constantly chasing women on Tinder and Bumble and Hinge and all these friggin' dating apps, knock it off. The first thing you should be doing is improving your life. A woman just wants to walk into a life that's worth walking into, man. You know, and that is the God's honest truth. A woman just wants to walk into a life that is worth walking into. So if she walks into your life, I'm not saying you have to be a millionaire. I'm not saying you gotta have it all together. But I'm saying that if you have everything in your life, at least set to a degree, you're gonna have a lot better of a chance. You can take your girl out on nice dates. You can take her to nice places. You can do nice things for her. You know, you're gonna have everything set. You can have a car. You can take her around it, etc., man. You know, there's men out here that are just dating these women broke, or they're even worse, they're broke and they're spending thousands of dollars on these women, taking them on dates and friggin' $400 here, $500 there, going in credit card debt. Homie, get your shit together first. That is my best piece of advice I can give anyone out here watching this video, is to get your shit together, excuse my language, first. You need to, man. You know, if you're out here dating, you gotta understand it's already cold as it is, man. The life of a man is exceptionally difficult regardless. Do not make it harder on yourself by adding a woman into the mix. And I'm not saying that, you know, she could be an amazing person, but at the end of the day, if you don't have it together, she's gonna spot that pretty easily, man. He doesn't want to do anything with me. You know, he's depressed, he's anxious. That's why I tell men to have a purpose, you know, to have a mission. Obviously, to have God in their lives as well. God is the most important, right? But besides God, right, you have to put God first. But everything else underneath that, man, you need to be working on yourself. You need to have some kind of purpose, some kind of mission, something that you're thriving for. You know, something that you're going after every day. For me, it's these videos. For me, it's the stock market. I'm trying to get money. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get bread. I'm trying to work on my physique. I'm trying to improve myself. You know, I'm trying every day to improve myself, even if it's just by a little bit, man. You know, and there are some days where I fall, there's some weeks that I fall short, etc. But at the end of the day, man, you know, it's that constant effort, that constant pushing on the gas. You know, and I'm not sitting here and making fun of you guys. I'm not trying to tear you down, but I am telling you that there's not many women out here that are going to take you seriously if you are not on your grind, if you are not on your purpose, if you're coming home every day depressed. I hate my job. I hate this. I hate that. You know how many years I lived like that, homie? You know how many years I lived like that? Oh, I hate this. I hate that. Man, I don't want to go to work today. I hate my life. You know, I have people in my own life like that right now, man. They don't want to do what it takes to improve. They want to do everything but change. They'll sit and they'll complain about these situations, but they're not willing to get up and change them. You know, everyday life is about action, man. You know, whether it comes to chasing God, which should be number one, chasing the Lord with all of your heart, that is hard. It is hard to wake up every day and choose God. You know, it really is. There's a world full of problems out here that you're going to be dealing with. You know, I'm brutally honest. I talk to God about this every day, how hard it is when you're in a life full of everything we have, lust, etc. All these problems, these issues that we're dealing with. You know, it's like you're going to have to go through hard times, but it's that choice to get up, to follow him. You know, not only that, but to take action in your own life, whether it's going to the gym. Are you in the gym? Are you working on yourself? If you're not, hit me up. I'll help you get shredded up. Hit me up on staycoldcoaching.com. Besides the point, you know, you have to take initiative in your life. You have to take action in your life to change it. You know, a lot of men will sit and they'll procrastinate and they'll procrastinate and they'll procrastinate. You got to dig deep, homie. You got to dig deep. What do you truly want? And go after it every single day. The difference is, right, if you have God in your life, you have the power that rose Jesus, bro. And you have it anyway. Even if you don't believe, you have the power that rose Jesus in you. Remember that. So you get up and you do what you have to do. With the power and the grace of God alone, you can do anything you set your mind to, man. You know, and I truly believe that with all my heart. I didn't get here for nothing. I'm not no special person. I am to him, though. But I'm just a normal person, homie. You know, I grew up fat, I grew up obese, I grew up not in the gym, I grew up getting made fun of. You know what I mean? I was not what you would call influencer material. But I made it that way. I prayed to God, I worked through my problems, I took action, I took initiative, and I changed my life. It took me a long time. I'm still working on it. In the stock market, for example, right? I'm still working on how can I improve what I'm doing, because you're going to make mistakes. And the stock market is a perfect example of that. You know, with these videos, for example, right? That too. I failed 100 times. I uploaded videos with no views. I've lost channels. I'm still losing channels. There's things in this life that are going to be exceptionally difficult, but it's the man that doesn't give up, the man that will fall but continues to get up every time, is the one who's going to win the battle. You know, and I choose to have God on my side. I choose to have the Lord pushing me in the right direction. I know that not everything is going to be perfect or amazing, even with God, because that's not realistic. But what I do know is that he's here with us. He's here to help you, bro. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, take initiative in your life. You know, take action in your life and watch how fast things start to do a 360 when you're chasing God, right? And that's the first thing. You got to make sure you're putting God first. I'm telling you guys right now, that's where my whole life changed. Put God first, and anything after that, man, every day should be something. You know, I set my alarm clock 5:45, 6, sometimes 5, whatever it might be. I get after it every day. It doesn't matter how I feel. It doesn't matter what's going on in my life. You do it regardless of how you feel. You do it anyway. Do it if you're tired. Do it if you're sad. Do it if you're angry. Do it if whatever's going on in your life, you get up and you do the hard work even when you don't feel like it. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on this content. And I will see you guys on the next video. StayColdCoaching.com for coaching. StayColdCoaching.com for merchandise if you want to support your boy. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out.